Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got a ×10 chance to pull a load of champions. I'm going to go through that in a second, but couple of watchouts. 12th anniversary gift. Get yourself in the game, even if you don't feel like playing today. Get yourself your free gift. Pretty good, actually. 3 voids, a legendary tome, a 5-star chitin, and 1,000,000 silver. As far as like free gifts go, this is a pretty juicy one. So thank you, Plarium. I love it when you do this type of stuff. It really does make a difference. Don't forget your free appreciation pack as well. The other thing I just want to check in on is how am I doing in the quest for Draco? So obviously we've got the events running right now. I'm pushing hard for the Plarium's 12th anniversary tournament. Obviously I could get Fane, but Draco's the prize. So where am I up to? I've got 32 points. I'm a little bit behind in my group. Let's see how we're doing against the globals. I've got 32. Old Swifty has got 124,000 points. I'm going to have to put in a bit more work over the next few days. You know what's actually scary and a bit disgusting is that there's still 6 days to go. Like, damn, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay, let's get on then to what we're doing. So, so champions for a 10 times event this week. There's one champion in here who, as an epic, who I think is well worth your time. So, depending on what they do in terms of events, I'm sure they're going to do a summon rush. Yeah, summon rush here already. So they're going to do a summon rush. So if you're just going for books and stuff like that from the summon rush, obviously the epics will be good. I'll come on to that in a second. But do bear in mind, we've got a fusion next week. And the fusion's going to require rares, epics into that legendary. So you might want to save all of your summoning prowess for next week, depending on what you want to do. I also just spotted we got this fusion warm-up event from tomorrow. Normally, these are really easy to get good rewards. So, as I say, like tune in over the weekend. Make sure you're getting this free stuff because that's what we love on this channel, free stuff. Let's do it then. Sorry about all the red dots. I only just logged in for the day. So, first epic on the list, we've got a Shadowkin. Shadowkin who is kinda top heavy. She's kind of got this almost like Scorpion-esque get over here type weapon, and she has got a good center of balance. I guess, yeah, fair play. She keeps it balanced well. Right, what's going on? A1 attacks all enemies. 50% chance of placing decreased accuracy as an A1. It's not bad, and it hits for a decent amount of damage. It's not a bad ability. A2, decreased crit rate. I don't really care about that as an ability as a single target. Adds a leech, which is kind of nice. 2-turn cooldown for a leech that goes on for 2 turns. Actually kind of good as an ability for general content. And then an increased attack for all allies, and a fills turn meters, kind of like what we get from a Seeker or anyone that we want to use for a go second in the arena. This ability is big. If you don't have a Seeker or you don't have the Arbiter or a Door Grab, actually Sashi can be your go second in the arena and give you the boost you need as well as the damage boost. So this is actually pretty damn cool. So puts it on all allies, then attacks one enemy, then fills turn meter. So you also get a good old smack on somebody that you want to lower their HP pool. So actually, pretty decent go second arena champ. All in all, good champion, by the way. All in all, good champion. And I think I've just guessed the theme. I think it's turn meter boosters. And it is, and they're all good, actually. So, Sashi, good champion. Next one up is the old hermit. So an orc, very, very strong for this faction for Faction Wars. Got a revive ability here with a turn meter fill on it and a veil. That's nice. Also an increased attack, turn meter fill, same as what we just saw with Sashi. Also great for a go second arena champ. And an HP burn on an A1. Very, like, if you get this champion, really useful champion, especially for faction wars, but just generally in the game. So all of these are going to be strong, actually, just because of the kind of nature of what they are. Next one up, the Deacon. Lots of people tout him as the best epic in the game. If you're not talking about those ones which change the game, like your Man-Eater or your Seer, for general content, I wouldn't really disagree. I think he's so quality. If you book him out, and it doesn't take the worst amount of books compared to a lot of champions, it's a little bit book heavy, but you really would love to book out this A3. I use Deacon in my Clan Boss team to 1-key Ultra Nightmare. Even though I've got tons of legendaries, he is top draw. So we've got turn me to fill here, turn me to drop on the enemy. We've got an AoE drop defense, 100% if you book it out. This is a great ability. Cool thing about him is he gets an extra turn off of his turn meter fill. So he pushes your turn meter, he pushes theirs back, then he slaps in with the decreased defense, AoE. And he's got leech on his A1 as well. And he's got an all battle aura. This guy is the full package. Literally, like, better than a ton of legendary champions. Better than a ton. If you put him in something like a stun set, he's rotating his abilities so quick that he just gets people stunned up pretty damn easy. If you're putting him in just general speed, he's quality. If you put him in perception, he's quality. Yeah, absolutely, like, top draw champion, this one. Okay, then. Last one is the Void champion. I've got to say, the Voids, I'm not that fussed about in this section. So we've got, not in there, sorry. We have got ourselves Golden Reaper. So Golden Reaper is a speed freak. You get your increased speed buff, you get your turn meter boost, and it's a 20% instead of a 15%, so that's kind of nice. She does have an AoE decrease attack, which is good. And she does have this kind of funky A1, which is okay. Very high base speed, which means it's easy to make her go fast and push her ahead of your competition. So if you're trying to push her ahead of an opponent's, I don't know, high Katoon or Dordrab, then actually her base speed enables you to do that easier. But I still feel like, I don't know why, because it doesn't make sense in my head when I read her kit, but I still would prefer a high Katoon, probably because the aura is better, and she's got more turn meter control built into her kit as well. But for me, I wouldn't pull Void Shards for her, unless I'm struggling to get myself a speed champion. And you shouldn't be, because you get one after 30 days of logging in. So for me, I probably would pass on that Void. Okay, on to the legendaries then. First one up, Lanakista Chosen. Ally attack champion. Cool ally attack ability here as well. She increases your buffs at the same time as doing it. She's also got this increased crit and increased attack buff. So these two together is basically some of the strongest buffs that you can get to boost the damage of your teams. But she's only got, even if you book it, a 50% chance of an extra turn. So currently on default in the arena, she'll do this unless someone else in your team has already done the increased attack. Just bear that in mind. Which means you won't get your ally attack out. But with the ally attack, she also fills turn meter by 30%. So outside of the arena, she's probably one of the better ally attack champions. Great base speed. Really cool kit. Like her kit a lot. She's a lot of fun. If I'm going for raw damage, Longbeard's better. Farakin's probably better. Creeler's probably better. But for the sake of dungeon running, this extra turn meter fill is actually really nice. So depending on if you've got some of the other ones, is whether you would pull for her or not. Okay. I'm going to save this one till last, actually. So another one, we've got Lissandra. You can imagine, if I'm saving another one till last and I'm talking about Lissandra, the other one is freaking awesome. Lissandra is the best manipulator of speed in the whole game. Without fail. Like, she's the best manipulator of speed in the game. Okay? There's other people that do certain parts of it better in certain situations, but just in terms of overall package, she makes you go fast. Increased speed in all battles, 24%. Awesome. Increased speed and a 30% turn meter fill. And she pushes back. This is the big part about it. She pushes back the enemy's turn meter by 30%. It means that you can run your nukers incredibly slow and still get your damage off. It's insane the difference this part makes. Decreases in the turn meter of enemies. It's insane. A2, fully deplete turn meter. There's a lot of controversy going on at the minute around this wording, fully depletes versus decreases by 100%, mainly because of the new 21 to 25 bosses. This becomes the worst ability out of the two, because sometimes a turn meter can go over 100%. So basically, if you're fully depleting, then you're going to deplete the turn meter by 50%. If you're depleting by 100%, you deplete by half of what it is. I think that's the way around it is. I don't fully understand. There's some sort of Reddit post about it, but anyway, this is awesome. You're basically going to half the turn meter of anything level 21 to 25 or Doom Tower, or you're going to fully drop it in something like PvP, dungeon running, against anything up to level 20, faction wars. She's just like a freak for this one. And then she's got this debuff transfer, which is actually a really good anti-Hedgie play. So Hedgie locks you out. No, I'm not locked out. I'm locking you out, Hedgie, with a counter attack. It's pretty cool. 110 base speed is awesome as well. Just a great legendary champion. Okay, the Void champion then for this week's times 10 is going to be Raglan. A lot of people don't rate Raglan. And I guess compared to the current meta for stuff like Arena, her kit doesn't offer as much. She doesn't have all of the strength and buffs, the increased defense buffs, and all of this shenanigans. She doesn't have the fancy passives going on. What she has got is the best revive in the game. 2-turn cooldown, 75% HP, a full turn meter. It's pretty nuts. 2-turn cooldown's the crazy part about it. She does give you a bit of turn meter fill on A1, and it's a triple hit as well. And she does give you a full team cleanse and a heal on her A2, which is actually really strong. Good base speed, defense in all battles aura, which is great as well. She's solid champion. If you pull her, great champion. Again, like I'm looking at the two Void champions. Personally, I've got them both anyway, but personally, with the way the meta's gone, I probably wouldn't pull all my Void shards for this weekend, personally. But if you get her, she's a great champion, So the last one then, the one I was avoiding, potentially the best champion in the game. Certainly, I think he is. I think he's the best champion in the game right now. So why is that? When you can change his AI, which is coming next week, you can make him do his skills in the order you want. So in the arena, you might want him to go first and cleanse the whole enemy's buffs off and put them to sleep, which gives you a lot more time to get your abilities away. It also stops things like reaction kit kicking in because they're taking a turn whilst they're taking a nap. And that means that when your nukers do go, they get the full damage of the damage away. So this actually becomes one of the best abilities in the arena in the game. He's also got a full reset. So if you're speedrunning dungeons of any sort, he's going to be in the mix. At the same time of doing it, he fills your turn meter. If you're in the arena and you've done your A2 first, all of your damage dealers and champions go next. He then resets them all so that they all go again and do the same top quality moves again. Speed buff in the arena as well. Crazy base stats. He's also got a poison on his A1, which isn't terrible, to be honest. All you got to do is make him crits. You do need accuracy for that to work. You do need accuracy for this to work. Honestly, if there's anybody who's trying to play endgame that doesn't have him, I would be surprised if they're not absolutely wailing out for him. He's one of the few champions that I think you can absolutely use multiple copies of, and I would want to build. So I've got 3 Kaimars. I'm super lucky. Kaimar was my first legendary I ever got, and since in the last 2 years, I've pulled 2 more. All 3 of them I use. 1 for arena and 2 for different types of dungeon setups. And that's before I can control his AI, and that's when he becomes even better. So, damn, he is top draw. So what they're doing here, guys, let's be honest, they are tempting us into pulling shards this weekend because we know we've got a fusion next week. It's down to you what you want to do, but honestly, that is some great champions in Raid. Some of the best champions in Raid, certainly the epics and the legendaries. 3 or 4 of them. Lissandra, Kaimar, Deacon, I'd say 3 of the best champions in Raid. Anyway, guys, you do what you want to do. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.